Hello everyone, welcome to Brightbots. We're down to 8 here, and this tournament is set. Now let's crown a champion. 8 robots have a chance at glory, and it could be interesting to see how this plays out. Without further ado, let's get into the tournament. Our first tournament matchup is between two relatively control-heavy bots. It's Draconis versus Road Hazard. Draconis coming in after a strong regular season. It finished off its season with a win over Effigy, and right now it's looking really strong going into the tournament, and not a lot of bots can stand in its way if it's on point. Road Hazard, on the other hand, it's had not the toughest of schedules. This is its first real test in a little bit. Road Hazard needs to look strong here, and it'll need to put in some impressive driving to get a win here over Draconis. Alright, here we go. Let the tournament begin. Road Hazard coming out aggressive, getting to the side of Draconis. Now, turns back to face each other, and there's the first flip from Road Hazard. And another. Road Hazard 3 flips in the section, there's 4. Now, Dracon is getting that flame involved, but Road Hazard getting to the back. And another flip. Getting those lifters to keep Road Hazard in place. Now a chomp. Reverse. Oh, but Draconis has a chance at a grab and takes him into the saw. That separates the two bots, though. They reset. Draconis being very stretched out right now, and there's another flip by Road Hazard. Backs away. Oh, Draconis has him where he wants him. Now driving him towards the screws. He puts him in there. Road Hazard needs to power its way out. Flips itself out. But Draconis right back on it. Putting him back in the screws again. And now using its lifters to get back in. But Draconis has him again. Looking to put him back in again. But he's able to reverse. And now Road Hazard reverses. And now Draconis getting torn up by the screws a little bit. And now Road Hazard getting underneath and throwing him again. Road Hazard now doing a better job of getting to the side of Draconis. Now throwing him towards the screws. Now Draconis stuck in the screws. And Draconis flipped again. It's a flipping frenzy for Road Hazard. Minute left in this fight. Draconis needs something here. Stuck on the wall. Draconis reverses. Now they flip again. Road Hazard being right on Draconis and another flip. And another flipping him over perfectly. This fight has been all Road Hazard. Now using the back end of the bots to sumo a little bit. The flipper takes him out a little bit. Puts him right on the flipper again and a big flip by the floor flipper. 10 seconds left in this fight. Road Hazard looking to convincingly move on. And that's the end of the fight. The winner by judge's decision is Road Hazard. A very convincing victory over Road Hazard. You would think with between a fight between a flipper and a control bot that the control bot would control the fight. That was not the case. Road Hazard dominated this fight. There was only a moment there where Road Hazard was getting stuck in the screws there where Draconis even seemed to have the edge in the fight. But Road Hazard just responded from that and continued from where it left off with its slipping. It got into double-digit territory with its slips, and it got a dominant victory here to move on to the next round. For our next matchup, it's a rematch from a fight we had earlier in the season. It's Anubis versus Exoskeleton. And these two fought the first time. Exoskeleton won on a very close decision. Anubis looking to right that wrong here and go on a trip to the championship to defend its title. Exoskeleton, on the other hand, has not yet to lose this season, including a win over Anubis. Now, Exoskeleton's strength is that it's so low to the ground, but it is pretty slow. So maybe Anubis could use that to its advantage and maybe try and get around to the side. We'll see how this fight plays out. And we're getting ready. Let the bot battle begin. The bot's coming to the center of the ring. Anubis getting under a little bit. Exoskeleton reverses, and Anubis getting taken out by the kill saw there. Now resetting, and Exoskeleton getting underneath and getting a shot to the top of Anubis. Exoskeleton's unique and it has a two-pronged attack, and not only can it attack from above, but it also can use that flame to its advantage. A nice shot there. I think Exoskeleton has gotten off a couple of pieces of Anubis already. Oh, there's a big hit there. Anubis starting to counter punch. Now pushing towards the wall. Little pop there. Exoskeleton going right in on Anubis. More grinding damage done to the top of Anubis. And again, it's just Exoskeleton is being able to consistently control Anubis. Anubis needs to counter here. Exoskeleton just so well driven and so low to the ground, that's so hard to do. Oh, getting to the side, but Exoskeleton able to keep its front pointed towards them. Oh, but Anubis getting under there. But Exoskeleton reverses, and now it's getting to the back. Anubis chasing him down. Exoskeleton trying to turn to face him. Now getting underneath again. Oh, Anubis getting to the side. But those angled wedges are doing a good job of keeping that weapon of Anubis at bay. 45 seconds left. Exoskeleton landing another shot to the top of Anubis. They've been able to avoid that spinner really well here, and they're doing a good job of controlling this fight. Oh, putting him back again. Getting underneath. Anubis being pushed back. Again and again. Now the kill saw taken after Anubis. Anubis is trying to get away. Pushing him towards her. There's a nice shot there. But Exoskeleton and backs away, and that's the end of this fight. The winner by judge's decision is Exoskeleton. Exoskeleton did a really good job of controlling this fight. Didn't really allow Anubis to get a lot of hits in. And overall, just did a lot more in this fight than Anubis could do. I mean, bullied him around the ring for most of the fight. Didn't let him get up to speed too much. Kept constantly getting the saw and flame on Anubis. A textbook control performance out of Exoskeleton, and they're moving on to the semifinals. Our next matchup is our #1 overall seed, Valentine's Day Massacre, taking on the Desperado Tournament winner, Radio Wave. Valentine's Day Massacre has been nothing short of dominant through its run. It split Ace 5 in half. It beat the favorite for the 1 seed, Corrosive. And it has overall just been one of the most successful and complete runs by a robot we have seen. Radio Wave started out this season pretty sluggish, went 1-3 in the regular season with its only win coming against a bot that went 0-4. But it turned it on in the Desperado tournament, winning 3 straight fights to get into this spot. Now this could go either way. Low ground is going to be a big factor in this fight. And without further ado, let's get into this matchup. Let the bot battle begin. Radio Wave getting up to speed. Both bots being in the center of the ring. And first little pop by Radio Wave there. They reset. BDM being the aggressor, it seems, so far. Radio Wave coming in, and he gets underneath, and a nice shot there by Radio Wave. Radio Wave coming back in. BDM getting underneath, and a nice shot right on that spinner. Multiple hammer blows there for VDM. Now getting tossed back a little bit. Oh, and a beautiful shot to the top of Radio Wave by Valentine's Day Massacre. Radio Wave. Oh my goodness, what a shot to the side of VDM, sending him flying. Now getting towards the wall, and another monster hit by Radio Wave. The number 1 seed might be on the ropes right now. Another big hit by Radio Wave. Getting to the side. And another big hit. Radio Wave boxing him into the corner now. Hitting him there. Not letting him get away. This is a very good driving right now by Radio Wave. Coming back. Valentine's Day Massacre getting underneath. Oh, but Radio Wave counters with another shot. Radio Wave resets. Getting underneath yet again. Radio Wave hitting him into the kill saw. Nice shot there. And almost 2 minutes into this fight. Radio Wave getting head on to head. That spinner multiple times there. Kill saw taking a shot out of Radio Wave. Now, Radio Wave trying to get around to the side. Hits him into the saw. And out of the arena, Valentine's Day Massacre wins it. And in one of the most stunning endings to a fight I've ever seen, Valentine's Day Massacre pulls out a fight it was getting dominated in for most of it. Radio Wave was doing a really good job of getting underneath VDM, getting big hits in, and overall controlling the pace of the fight. But all it takes is one big hit to change a fight, and this fight was the case with it. With a perfect hammer shot, sending Radio Wave into the saw perfectly and sending it upwards at the perfect angle to get it out of the arena. One of the most shocking endings to a fight I've ever seen. Radio Wave is out. VDM is moving on to face Road Hazard. Our next matchup just screams a big fight feel. It's Ace 5 versus Corrosive. Corrosive coming in 3-1. Its only loss being the Valentine's Day Massacre. It's looked very strong throughout the season. Meanwhile, Ace 5 started off the season 0-2, but bounced back with 2 convincing victories to get into this position. And right now, Ace 5 has a shot to run the gauntlet, but this is going to be one of its worst matchups, as that spinner is not going to be easy to flip. Let's see how this fight plays out. And here we go. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots getting up the top speed. Corrosive using its back end to great effect. Now getting up to speed. And there's the first shot by Corrosive. Now coming back in for more. Now getting to the sides a little bit is Corrosive. Oh, nice shot there. It's a very technical fight. And there's a nice shot to the side of Corrosive. Now, ace-5, that wheel is exposed on the right-hand side. And just a little bit over a minute into this fight. Little shot to the side. A wedge is doing really good job right now. Ace-5. Trying not let Corrosive get spun up. That's going to be a tough task. Skipping off the edge. Now Corrosive getting up the speed here. Another shot. And another. Oh, nice shot to the back of ace-5. That's been Corrosive's best hit of the fight so far. Corrosive getting these quick hits in. Doing a lot of damage points. Ace-5 is yet to land a flip. Now Corrosive getting up the speed. They're taking a little more time now. Looks like they're going to try to get up to full speed. Corrosive seems to be at the full speed now. Let's see if they'll go in for the hit. Here we go. Big shot by Corrosive. Sending ace-5 across the arena. Going in with the forks at the back end. Oh, little flip there from ace-5 and another. Ace-5 chasing Corrosive down, trying to land more points. 5 seconds left. Pretty interesting fight from two great bots. Winner by judge's decision is Corrosive. Ace-5 was kind of dead in the water with this matchup. It did a good job of not letting Corrosive get too many hits to the side, but it really just was not able to do much offensively. And Corrosive wins this soundly going into the next round. Well, before we get into the next round, let's just get a quick update on the bracket. So it's Road Hazard versus Valentine's Day Massacre, and it's Corrosive versus Exoskeleton. Winner of these two fights are going to the championship. 4 bots remain. Let's see who's gonna be our champion. Alright, now we have a rematch from a fight that happened earlier this season. It's Road Hazard versus VDM. When these two fought the first time, VDM won by judge's decision. It got around to the side of Road Hazard and pretty much dominated the whole fight. It'll be interesting to see if Road Hazard has changed up its strategy for this fight and if it's going to be able to do better in this fight. VDM's the favorite going in, but you never know how this could go. Let the bot battle begin. Those bots coming out aggressive. VDM pushing Road Hazard back into the wall. Now, resets, Road Hazard getting underneath, and there's the flip from Road Hazard. And another. Road Hazard has VDM stuck on the wall there. Oh, misflip. Road Hazard had a chance to get a flip there, but didn't take advantage. There's another hammer shot to Road Hazard. Now VDM getting to the side. That's how their first fight went. Road Hazard getting to the side of VDM this time, and there's a nice flip. Oh, a little pop to the underside by the kill saw, and now VDM getting involved with the hammer, but able to self-right. A little flip there by Road Hazard. VDM pushing Road Hazard into the screws. This is where Road Hazard got in trouble in its last fight. Using that flipper to power itself out. Now both of them are in the screws. Who's going to get out first? Both of them get out about basically the same time. But Road Hazard gets a flip there. Now it's become a very technical fight. Nice slip there by Road Hazard. And another, letting VDM slide off. Letting Road Hazard inviting VDM to try and attack, but suckering him in, and there's another flip. About a minute left in this fight. And now VDM attacking the top of Road Hazard. And another big flip. Road Hazard getting to the side, flips him. Now into the kill saw. 35 seconds to go. Backs off. There goes a little fork there on Road Hazard. VDM getting to the side yet again. And now flips him over. Road Hazard trying to get away. We're able to self-right. Backs up. Another flip. 5 seconds to go in a very close fight. There's one last flip. Putting him in the screws to end the fight. The winner in one of the closest judges' decisions in Brightbot history, Road Hazard able to squeak it out. A very close back and forth affair. Both of these bots put their hearts out for this fight, but Road Hazard just did a tad bit more, had more flips than VDM had hammer shots, and its weapon was just deemed to be more effective in this fight. This was one of the best fights we've had in all of Brightbots, and Road Hazard is going to the championship round. And now for our other semifinal fight. It's a close showdown between a big spinner and a very heavy control bot. Both of these are strong contenders to win the championship, and it's a shame only one of them can move on to this championship fight. It's Corrosive versus Exoskeleton, the number 2 seed versus the number 3 seed. Exoskeleton going undefeated in the regular season. Face spinners in the regular season, but never face a horizontal one, so it'll be interesting to see if they're going to be able to pin Corrosive and get it trapped so they can use that Saw and Flame combo. Meanwhile, Corrosive is going to need to get those big shots on Exoskeleton, as those wedges are going to be able to deflect Corrosive for most of this fight. It'll be interesting to see who gets the edge here, and without further ado, let's get into this fight. Alright, let the semifinal begin. Corrosive getting up to speed. BDM has the flame. Exoskeleton has the flame going. There's the first little shot to the wedge of Exoskeleton. There's a little shot to the side there. And another. So far, Corrosive able to doing a good job of keeping its distance. Oh, but he gets caught up on that wedge, and this is a perfect opportunity for Exoskeleton. Getting him on that kill saw. Can these bots get free, or are we gonna have to have an unstick? Oh, and he gets off. Corrosive needs to get away, getting up to speed. That's what they're doing. Coming over. Corrosive. Little shot to the side there. And another big hit from Corrosive. The speed. Coming in. Oh, what a hit by Corrosive! One of its biggest hits of the entire tournament. Corrosive slowing down, and now VDM, now Exoskeleton getting a nice shot to the top. Going in with that saw flame combo. It's so deadly. Has him pinned there. Here, gets a panel off, it looks like. Really good job by Exoskeleton, but there goes a wedge off of Exoskeleton. And another nice shot there. Just about a minute left in this fight, and there's another shot. Corrosive pinned here. Exoskeleton doing serious damage right now. Corrosive trying to escape, but that grip of Exoskeleton is deadly. Exoskeleton releases. Oh, I think Corrosive might have lost drive in one side. Yeah, it has. Oh my goodness, Exoskeleton has killed half of the drive of Corrosive. Minute with 30 seconds left in this fight. Can Corrosive hold on? Corrosive trying to get up to speed. Exoskeleton chasing. There's another hit by Corrosive. Exoskeleton closing the distance. Corrosive unable to get up the top speed. It's smoking. In 4 seconds left. That's the end of this fight. The winner by judge's decision advancing to the championship is Exoskeleton. What an amazing performance by Exoskeleton. Able to kill Corrosive's drive, get that top panel off. Just a very impressive performance by Exoskeleton, proving why it was such a high seed. It has punched its ticket to the championship fight, and it's going to be Road Hazard versus Exoskeleton for the championship. Alright, folks, it's time to crown a champion. It's Exoskeleton versus Road Hazard, the number 2 seed versus the number 4 seed. Now, before we get into this fight, let's quickly recap how each of these bots got here. Exoskeleton started out with a judge's decision victory over Burnout, where Burnout couldn't get much going against it. Then it dominated against Ace 5, and then beat Anubis in a close judge's decision. Then it went on to beat Effigy to secure itself the 2 seed, and then went on to the tournament and beat Anubis earlier tonight, and then just now upset Corrosive. Meanwhile, Road Hazard, it's had an interesting road to the tournament and the championship. It started out with a win over Raptor, then it lost a fight to VDM, beat Rose Quartz, and then it beat Black Blizzard. So its strength of schedule wasn't the best, but it was able to run the table in the tournament, including beating the only bot that was able to beat it during the regular season, and now it's sitting at a shot at the championship. Now, it's going to come down to a couple of things. Who's going to be able to get under who? These are two of the lowest spots in the entire competition. And another thing it's going to come down to is whose weapon's going to be more effective. Exoskeleton is rarely good at self-riding, and it's very controlled. And Road Hazard is gonna be looking to try and get to the sides of Exoskeleton, but it's not an easy task. Meanwhile, Exoskeleton is gonna need to be able to get the flame and saw on Road Hazard. The thing is the forks on the side of Road Hazard are gonna make that difficult, as they're good at keeping other robots at bay. Attack from the side is gonna probably be its best course of attack, but with how slow its drive speed is, that might be an issue. It's gonna be an interesting fight, and one last time, folks, let's get into the fight. Let the Brightbots Championship begin. Both bots coming out aggressive, trying to assert dominance. Exoskeleton getting flipped there early, and now the floor flipper flipping Exoskeleton. Hazard backing up. Exoskeleton trying to get to the side, but Road Hazard not letting it. And another flip. And another. Road Hazard, a lot of flips in succession there. Using those forks on the side to great effect. Now getting a chomp on Exoskeleton, driving him around the arena. He releases. And a big flip. Road Hazard flip after flip. And now the floor flipper separates the two. Exoskeleton trying to get to the side, but Road Hazard not really letting it. Now, these two going right back at it. This flip, and a big little flip there. Doing a good job at keeping Exoskeleton off balance, Road Hazard is. Anytime they're bringing that saw down, they're getting flipped. Now a shot to the side, but they use the forks to get out of it. Road Hazard doing a very good job of staying ahead, but there's a shot to the back, and there goes a piece off of Road Hazard. Now back pushing towards the wall. Backs up. And the kill saw flipping Exoskeleton now. Now pushing towards the wall. Now the saw getting in on the side. I did a lot of damage there. Now flips him and pushes him into the screws. Exoskeleton is on the ropes. Floor flipper gets a little shot on Road Hazard, but another flip. Road Hazard pushing him back again. Another flip. Road Hazard backs up. Oh, but Exoskeleton taking him towards the wall. He reverses. Another saw shot. Oh, and Road Hazard gets flipped into the screws, but both Exoskeleton ends up in the screws and the fight. And the winner by judge's decision and the Brightbots Season 3 champion is Road Hazard. Road Hazard caps up its Cinderella run with a championship win, and it controlled the fight from start to finish, flip after flip. There were only maybe one or two times where Exoskeleton was really able to get Road Hazard stopped and not be on the receiving end of another flip. Road Hazard drove that fight beautifully. He not letting Exoskeleton get to the side. Exoskeleton had a very good run, but Road Hazard was the one bot it could not beat. And with that, that's the end of Brightbots. With that first series, not being able to finish that was disappointing. So, to be able to finish this one and being able to cap it off, go through the fight cards, go through the championship, it's a major accomplishment for me. I think, I've improved in a lot of ways, but there's still ways in areas where it still needs to improve more. Um, I don't know when the next season of Brightbots will be. Might probably not gonna be for a while, but I'll try to keep you guys in the loop. And I just want to thank all the people who helped me with filming, um, and all that, and judging and all that. That couldn't have done this without those guys. And it just really heartening to see the sub count go up and the viewership count go up after being gone for so long. Have something to work on. It was something. Um, but enough of this sentimental shit. I'm your host, Dr. Bright, and for one last time, that's been Brightbots.